back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be heading off on Chapter 3 of Vincent, the Secret of Myers. I hope you guys enjoyed the last two episodes, and if you haven't seen them, click below on my channel icon and go see them first. Let's get into this. Draco Edgeworth. From the first moment I saw him, I thought he somehow looked very similar to Vincent. But I had no idea that Vincent and him were really related by blood. Are they brothers? But what kind of person would make his own brother a butler? You. Like you, I am a person without a past. It wasn't that long ago that my life could only be described as empty, monotonous, and boring. But the arrival of this one person changed everything around me. She helped me break free of the blank world and made me realize that nothing is more important than the present. She is very important to me. I can't lose her a second time. Oh right. Last episode we left Draco behind because the door shut on him. Draco. What exactly did all of that mean? Oh yeah, here's the door. Draco! Draco! I banged on the gate again and again, but there was no response. Darn it. This can't be it. There has to be another way. I groped along the nearby walls, but didn't find any switch to reopen the gate. Draco. I felt disheartened at how powerless I was, how he was right there, and yet I couldn't help him. What the heck? Why is the gate locked? Huh? Who's this? Oh, new character! Suddenly, I was taken aback by the appearance of an odd-looking person from the other side of the room. Before I could say anything, she ran around me and rushed to the gate. Hey! Hey! Let me out! She was yelling and banging, as if she was completely unaware of my presence. Hey! Hey! Can you hear me? Hey! After carrying on for a while, but earning no response, she finally decided to give up. She was breathing heavily when she turned around, staring straight at me with her bright, burning eyes. Huh? Was it you? Were you the one who locked me in here? She demanded. Don't look at me. I may be in trouble. Does she recognize me? Just when I thought I had to come up with a plan to deal with her, her face looked as if she suddenly realized something. Her eyes were still focused on me, but this time she was looking me up and down. Have we met before? She suddenly asked. Ooh, new lore. What? What did she just say? Her very surprising comment left me speechless for a moment. It was not something I expected to hear from her. Calm down, calm down. This is critical. I can't miss my chance. In other words, I might be able to learn something about my past from her, but I need to be careful. I don't have any idea whether she's a friend or foe yet, and judging from how she acted, it seems that she's only had a casual acquaintance with me as well. It may not be the best idea to just start throwing questions at her about myself. More importantly, if I expose the fact that I lost my memory, things may only work against me. So the safest strategy right now would be to get information out of her in a less straightforward way. Oh, Oh, hi! It's been a while. Do you still remember me? Oh, thank goodness I didn't. I thought they were going to make us choose dialogue for a second. I tried my best to stay calm and greeted her. Oh, her eyes stopped dilating. She looked at me all over again, and then her eyes rested on my face. You do seem kind of familiar. Let me see. Oh. Oh, hey, detective. Detective? She suddenly exclaimed with excitement. I remember now. I knew it. You were the one with that famous lawyer last time. We knew Vincent? As was expected of me, Zalmona, I knew we've met before.
Zalmona.
Oh, I love her voice. So funny. Zalmona? Is that her name? But more importantly, did she just say I'm a detective? My brain felt like it couldn't handle all the information I just received at once. I never thought I would be a cop. Was I involved in a case? Did something happen during my investigation that caused me to lose my memories? But, wait a minute. She mentioned that I was with a famous lawyer. Could she possibly be referring to... But, detective... Zalmona's voice interrupted my thoughts and dragged my mind back to reality. I'm curious. What brings you back to Myers Corporation this time? So I've been here before. Back to Myers. Think. I need to come up with an answer. If I were a cop, there would only be one explanation for coming back here. I'm here to investigate the case of missing citizens over recent years, and the truth behind this G4 Cyborg incident. Huh? Again? My god, the G4 Investigation Bureau is as useless as ever. Oh, thanks. Detective, then it looks like your last investigation with that lawyer didn't go so well. Why didn't you bring him along this time? The famous lawyer. Are you by any chance referring to Vincent Edgeworth? Of course. Who else can it be? So it definitely is him then. So we knew him. So it seems that my speculation was correct. Vincent and I had indeed met before. And following this logic, it would make sense that I met Draco as well. And if that's the case, why would Vincent hide everything from me and pretend that he didn't know me? I suddenly remember about the cyborg I saw at the mansion and how Vincent and Victor refused to explain anything about it. Myers had gone bankrupt years ago, but it's clear that someone is still using the abandoned site for some kind of experiments. Draco told me Myers Corporation had become a secret underground organization after that huge incident. But even if that's true, how could I explain the cyborg in Vincent's mansion? Could it be that, as a detective, I was actually investigating Vincent and not Myers Corporation? If we go with that explanation, Vincent is most likely the person behind my memory loss. Ooh, all the pieces are falling into place now. The more I thought about it, the more worried I became. But there's something that has especially been bothering me. If you had asked me what kind of person Vincent was, I would have answered noble, elegant, and mysterious. His words, while exuding charm, could make you feel very uneasy at the same time. Is he someone we should be suspicious of? Of course. There's no doubt about it. Knowing Winston was innocent, he single-handedly succeeded in proving that the entire experiment was the work of a single employee. How scary is this man? For him to be able to do something like that. Nonetheless, when I met him at the mansion, I felt that there was a subtle connection between us that I couldn't explain. I'm well aware that I have lost all my memories. I have no idea about our past and no reason to draw such conclusions. But this feeling was particularly strong. As if a part of my brain that stored memories had disappeared, but the part that stored emotions was still intact. I have to learn about Vincent's past. It is vital for me to know. Zalmona, Did you just come from the legal department? Huh? Yeah. Are you planning to go there? Yes. Can you take me there? Okay, so it seems like this person is not evil so far, which is good. It is simple. Just go through the door right here and you will reach the legal department. However, she pulled out a card from her pocket. Only by swiping this key card can you unlock this door. Oh, I feel a minigame coming on. How did you get that? No comment, Miss Detective. You know, I haven't even dealt with you for locking us in here. But considering you're from the G4 Investigation Bureau, I can make a deal with you. Just like last time, you do me a favor, and I'll do you a favor. How's that? Last time? Really? Have you forgotten already? Last time you did me a little favor. In exchange, I told you some secrets about Myers Corporation. Let's do the same this time. The truth is, I accidentally lost one of my belongings here. If you can help me find it, then I'll give you this keycard as a reward. Okay. Before I agree to anything, tell me, what exactly have you lost? Oh, a round spherical object. Something round? Hey, what's that look all about? I know. It does sound kinda vague. But trust me, the moment you see it, you'll instantly realize. Aha! This must be what Zalmona is looking for. This time, I'll take your word for it. And this thing is something that you did indeed lose? Shush. Stop asking so many questions. We're making a deal here, not playing 20 questions, alright? Ooh, I love the sass. What, don't you want the keycard? Huh? Alright. Then are you sure you left the spherical object in this lab? No doubt about it. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in this lab. Draco told me both sides of the lobby would eventually lead us to the basement, where the secret chamber of the G4 Cyborg incident is located. In other words, not only will I be able to find a lot of clues there, but I could also get out of this place through the other side of the Myers lobby. Oh, that's good to know. At this moment, still nothing could be heard from the other side of the gate. I don't know what has happened to Draco. Would I ever get to see him again? I really hope we do get to see him again. I loved his character. Anyway, time for us to search for that spherical object. Objective: find Zalmona's item. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Same thing with that one. A robotic arm. Hey, did you notice? Huh? Something is different about this robotic arm. Come take a look. You see this? This one has an extra circle engraved on it. You're right. But that's just a small detail. Does it really mean anything? Okay, so that's good to know. So something has to do with this in the circle. Okay. So the other three are nothing special, but this one has something about it. The gate that connects Myers' lobby and the lab. I came in here from the other side. I can't hear anything from the other side. I don't know what has happened to Draco. Zalmona, is there really no way to open the gate from in here? Huh? Why don't you find it for me then? As far as I know, only the front desk can control the gates on either side of the lobby. It's a feature of the Myers security system. With all due respect, the security system doesn't make much sense to me. I know, right? I have no clue what they were thinking either. Right now, the only possible way for us to get out of here is to reach the other side of Myers by taking the elevator from the basement and then going back to the lobby from there. I see. And it seems that my assumptions were not wrong. Wow, that security system is messed up. How's it gonna help anyone? The door to the legal department. Need to find someone's item first. Okay. Oh, see the other side? A robotic arm. Is that a key? It's holding a key. Collected item. A key. How did you not notice the key, Zalmona? Okay. What's this? Contemporary art is really getting more and more pretentious. The Detective, what do you think these 4 art pieces mean? I think it's some kind of device. Some kind of device? Look here. There are 2 buttons under each piece. Oh? Let me try pressing one of them. Huh? The color of the art has changed. What about pressing the other one? The shape changed this time. I understand now. I think we're supposed to match each shape with a corresponding color. It's not that difficult. We just need to try all the combinations and we should be able to find the right answer. No, it's not as simple as that. Eh? We can change the shape of each art, but we can also change their colors. What it means that not only do we need to match each shape with the color that it corresponds to, we also need to find a specific order of the art piece, perhaps by colors. Indeed, if that's the case, there will be a lot more possible answers. Correct. It will be very impractical to just try each of them one by one. Okay. What's this? A boombox. I don't really feel like listening to the radio right now. Okay. It's an award? A trophy. The trophy has a diamond shape engraved on it, but there isn't any text. Detective, who do you think this trophy is for? I'm not sure. Maybe it's for the Employee of the Month? Employee of the Month? Perhaps the winner gets a free ticket to the basement. Oh yeah, because they turned the employees into the cyborgs. Well, cyborg food. The drawer. It's locked. Ooh, can I use the key on one of these? I slide opened it and took a look. There was nothing in it. That's disappointing. It had a lock on it, so I thought there would certainly be goodies inside. You're not exactly wrong. Huh? What do you mean? Look here. The lock on this drawer has been pried open. You're right. And it looks like someone has looted this place. Whoever broke the lock must have taken the good stuff inside. Right. Okay, so someone's been here before us then. A cupboard under a drawer. I opened it and took a look. There was nothing in it. What's this door? I tried the door handle. The door itself doesn't seem to be locked, but because of the fixture on top, I couldn't open it. This thing? Oh, that matches the painting over here. Oh, wait. On that? Click on you. I unlocked the drawer. What I find inside is a scalpel and a cassette tape. Ooh, I can put that in the boombox. A cassette tape in a locked drawer? Detective, you know what this means, right? Collected item. Scalpel, cassette tape. Okay. A boombox. I don't really feel like listening to the radio right now. Good, because we ain't listening to the radio. I load the tape into the boombox and proceed to press the play button. Sporadically, sounds start to come up from it one by one. On July 20, at approximately 23 o'clock, minor explosions, prison area. The whereabouts of Myers researcher sentenced to life remain unknown. The voice coming out was very faint and indistinct. I could only make out a few vague words. Huh? What the heck is wrong with this boombox? I can't understand crud. Here, I'll fix it. With that, Zelmo started banging on the boombox. You know, a couple hits to tech, pops it right back in. Zelmona, wait! I tried to protect the boombox with my arms. Oh no. Ooh, flashback. On July 20, 2081, at approximately 23 o'clock, several minor explosions occurred near the G4 Central Prison area, destroying part of the prison wall. Oh, we get to hear what the boombox actually saying now. The whereabouts of Vincent, a former Myers researcher, and the mastermind behind the G4 Cyborg incident who was sentenced for life remain unknown. Wait, he got away? The possibility that he died in the explosion cannot be ruled out until the site is cleared. On July 21st, 2081, the police completed the cleanup of the explosion scene. Bionic prosthetic fragments and explosives were found, confirming that Vincent had absconded. The fugitive is still at large, and the police have yet to find any information leading to his arrest. Okay, so that tape was like a police report. Oh. My dear Vincent, tell me, this news doesn't happen to be connected to you in any way, does it? Oh, he's sweating. I have no knowledge of this. I've only just heard about the news as well. Oh, is that so? Victor remains unconvinced. Then would you mind explaining to me how this man is right here in your mansion? You took him? I just happened to run into Mr. Loomis on my way back. Dude, you are the worst lie in the world, and you're supposed to be a lawyer? What an amazing twist of fate. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Loomis? Cough. Well, he doesn't even have a voice, he's just coughing. Oh, quite the twist of fate indeed. My dear Vincent Edgeworth, don't you know that Winston should be rotting in prison right now? What can I say? Sometimes I don't pay attention to such minuscule details. Not pay much attention? You can't be serious. Have you forgotten that you were the one who put Winston in prison in the first place? Vincent, look me in the eyes. You might have always been good at lying to other people, but we both know very well that you could never do it in front of me. You've always been like that, and this is no exception. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've been looking you in the eyes this whole time. Oh, yeah, have you? You've been looking over to the edge of my monitor right about now. No, you haven't. I have. You haven't. I have. Well, this is awkward. You know, my friend, I would always support you no matter what choice you make. And I always have. Ever since we met each other, ever since we met each other in college. But all of this is just pure madness. I understand. What Myers did to you is absolutely unforgivable. But do you realize that there's also no turning back to the path you're going? The moment you choose revenge, you are no longer different from your enemies. Vincent Edgeworth, it is already a miracle that you survived from that disaster. You could still achieve so much in your future. Do you really want to be at war with Myers forever? Do you really think you can take on the entire Myers Corporation on your own? Do you really think you can take on the entire Myers Corporation on your own? Don't be ridiculous. You're just sacrificing your life for nothing. Then join me, Victor. What? Then join me. I need you. I may look like an idiot who's in over his head to you, but I just no longer wish to be pushed around. Do you really think Myers is gonna let me go after all of that? If I choose to do nothing now, I will definitely be dead sooner or later. But if I succeed in mastering this technology, I can become the one in charge. I can become better than Myers. Oh, is that why you have the cyborg? You were right, Victor. I can't do that on my own. I need the mind of Vincent Loomis, but beyond that, I need another man. Someone I know I can trust. Someone I know I can entrust my life to. Aww. this is really nice though. Vincent, have you gone mad? Don't you realize who I am? Do you understand how dangerous a decision like this is? I believe the world is an equilibrium, a dynamic equilibrium. And eventually, you will realize that good and evil are but two changing rhythms. I trust you, Victor. I'm sure we can find the equilibrium that's just right. That's right. How could I forget? Vincent Edgeworth never regrets his choice. But it's been a long time since I've seen you like that. It's going to be an incredibly long and difficult path. But this time, Vincent Edgeworth, I'm willing to walk alongside you. Thank you, Victor. What did you say? I couldn't hear you. I said, thank you. Ooh, he's butting in on the bro moment. Seriously, does he do nothing but cough? Oh look, we almost forgot. Mr. Loomis has been here the whole time. Looks like he's heard everything we've been saying. Oh, poor guy's been playing the third wheel in this whole conversation. Speaking of which, what are you planning to do with this fellow? Perhaps we can throw him back in prison. Oh ho ho! What's the matter, my dear Vincent? What's that embarrassed look on your face? Victor, that's enough. By the way, I actually got a surprise for you. And these are some items I brought back from Vincent's lab. I secretly broke open one of the drawers there when no one was around. Oh, so the lab that we're stuck in is his. In other words, you've known this whole time that Vincent's escape from the prison was my work? Well, you could say so. Edgeworth, why don't you take a moment and look through these? And as for Mr. Loomis, just leave him to me for the moment. So, Victor's the one who broke open the drawer then. Oh! Victor Blake. He intimidates me sometimes. He could read my mind without any difficulty and could even go as far as to anticipate my every move. He never needed Myers' mechanical prosthetics to be a superhuman. He already is one. Sometimes I can't help but wonder, if I hadn't become friends with him back in college, if I had never been next to me, if I had never had him next to me when I needed him, how different would things be now? Where would I possibly be at this moment? I'd rather not think about it. Oh, they're such good friends! I love it! Time is running out. I need to carefully examine all the items Victor has brought back. Okay. Ooh, green triangle! A leather notebook. The cover is engraved with a triangle. Every page of the notebook is filled with details of each day's experiment in neat handwriting. There is no doubt about it that this was Vincent's research journal. February 15th, 2080. Sunny. Subject number 5 exhibited very severe rejection, accompanied by significant mental decline. The subject exhibited multiple symptoms of discomfort, including convulsions, screaming, and banging on the containment unit. Subjects number 1 and number 3 are currently stable and not yet exhibit any signs of rejection. April 10th, 2080, Sunny. Subject number 5's mental condition deteriorated further, and a portion of the epidermis on the torso showed signs of decay. The subject made several attempts to destroy the containment unit and still showed no signs of improvement after food intake. Subjects 1 and subjects number 3 are currently in a stable condition with no ejections observed at this time. July 1st, 2080, cloudy. Subject number 5's physical condition has deteriorated to the point where only 30% of the body's surface still has skin. If this subject continues to fail to demonstrate successful mechanism, we will remove its memory core. Subject number 3 is otherwise in good condition, but with abnormal refusal to take food today. Subject number 1 is currently in a stable condition with no ejection observed at this time. December 20th, 2080. Rainy. Subject number 5, memory core has been successfully dismantled and the subject is temporarily sealed in its containment unit. We will dismember it at a later date and dispose of its body parts in the wasteland pool outside the G4 district. Subjects number 1 and number 3 are currently in stable condition when no ejection is observed. January 12, 2081. Sunny. Today, subject number 1 suddenly became unstable and violent and attempted to attack several researchers. The subject stabilized after the removal of its memory core and it is now temporarily sealed in its containment unit. Subject number 3 remains stable at this time but has yet to show any evidence of successful psychic linking. Memory core, is it? Huh. He was smiling. Okay. A fountain pen. The whole surface of the barrel is smooth, but only one side has a square engraved on it, which seems quite out of place. Okay, green triangle, blue square. Poker cards. Poker cards from the G4 district are a bit different from the more prevalent version. The more prevalent version originated from the G3 district, with 4 suits: spades, hearts, clubs, and diamonds. On the other hand, the G4 district has a nature theme, with the 4 suits replaced by fire, trees, water droplets, and the moon. There have been many theories as to why this is, but there is still no definitive answer. However, this is quite ironic in my opinion, because the culture and purpose of G4 has nothing to do with nature at all. But more importantly, why would Vincent Loomis bring a deck of cards to Myers Corporation, and specifically these 4? Each employee should know that it's strictly forbidden to carry non-work related items, letting alone the playing cards. What's even stranger is, these 4 cards happen to contain all 4 suits, and numbers that just happen to be from A to 4 as well. Obviously, this is some kind of hint that Winston was giving himself. It is some kind of code. What's a code? So, Ace usually represents 1, so 4, 1, 2, 3. Especially mixed martini. It has become more than just a mere pleasure taste for me. It is now a necessity of life. Okay, it's good to know you like martinis then. The boombox Victor brought in. I don't know what he was thinking. However, the news of Winston's escape is now widespread through the G4 district. It is not what I desired, but unfortunately it is inevitable. Oh, we're heading back? Was that Vincent's memory I just saw? Hey, are you alright? Huh? Oh, I'm fine. Come to think of it, I don't think she knows I have the ability to read memories yet. Jesus Christ, you scared the crud out of me. You suddenly went expressionless and weren't moving an inch. You didn't even respond to me. Sorry that I made you worry. I feel much better now. By the way, I seem to have worked out what the news recorder on the tape was about. Oh really? Let's hear it. What is it about? It's about Winston Loomis escaping from prison. That one innocent employee that was framed by Myers. Oh? I remember that. From what I heard, no one knows where that guy is to this day. But detective, you have to watch out. I wouldn't have called him innocent if I were you. Huh? Why do you say so? It is indeed true that most rumors describe him as an innocent employee who was framed by Myers Corporation. And I guess they're right to some extent. The experiments on the cyborgs were not the work of Winston alone. In fact, every core member of Myers Corporation was aware of the existence of the project. But together, they chose to frame that poor researcher as to not be implicated themselves. Aw man, what jerks! However, what many people forget to mention is, Winston was indeed one of the researchers involved in the experiment, which his journal proved. Speaking of which, Detective, you want to know a fun fact? Winston actually used to work right here in this lab. I see. So Winston wasn't innocent after all. However, he was framed by other Myers Corporation members to take the blame for the whole experiment. And in July 2081, he managed to escape from prison with Vincent's help. Vincent mentioned that he needed Winston's knowledge, but also needed Victor's help to master a certain technology. On one hand, he wanted to use this technology to protect himself, and on the other, he wanted to seek out his revenge on Myers. As to what kind of technology that is, I can make a good guess, but I still need to confirm my suspicion. In any case, let us continue the investigation. Okay. Can I touch this now? I tried the door handle. The door itself doesn't seem to be locked, but the picture on top, I couldn't open it. Okay. What do I need this scalpel for? Warning, the device will unlock automatically after entering the correct answer. Oh, I can touch this now. Okay. Okay, this changes the color. That's good to know. Okay. There was a green triangle. And there was a blue square. Okay, that must mean there must be a red circle? Okay, so red circle then, but what order? Oh, maybe we can get out of here by crawling out through this opening. I don't think we'll fit through. You mean you won't fit through, or me? I don't think either of us will fit through. Huh? For real? How skinny do you think you are? Maybe it's the order of how you find the items, or maybe this is it. This has to have something to do with that device. 4, 1, 2, 3. Black, red, fire, tree, water. Maybe water as in fountain, green as in tree, and yellow as in moon. Ooh, did I just crack it? Okay. Red, green, blue, yellow then. Let's try that. If I'm right, I'm a genius. Red, green, blue, yellow. Okay, and it was red circle, blue square, green triangle. No? Man. I tried. Oh, or maybe I have to do it the other way around. Okay, maybe 4 is red. Circle. Okay, and 1 ace was, that was a tree, right? Water, blue. And then yellow, triangle. Oh, diamond! It worked! I did it! I'm a genius! I can't believe it! You're incredible! Yes, I am! Yes, I am! I can't believe I got that! That was a total guess. The room behind the door was much darker. My eyes had a hard time adjusting to the sudden darkness. Oh, that's not a good sound. What was that? I just stepped in some kind of wet, sticky substance. I bent down and tried to reach for it, but my arm nicked by something sharp. Ouch! Are these shards of glass? That was when I suddenly realized there was a huge glass chamber standing in front of me. And inside it was nothing good. Oh! Okay, that scared me. Get back! Get back! Oh, this is the chamber that they were talking about earlier in the journal. Thank God. It looks like that thing's dead. Look there! Someone's in there! Huh? Someone's in that glass chamber in the middle. Oh, that's probably just a cyborg too. Cyborg? But they look as if they're... Detective, didn't you know? There are many kinds of cyborg. Many kinds? What do you mean? I'm not really an expert myself, but... Let me just read this part out for you. With that, Salmona took out a journal from her pocket. Due to different bodies' varying ability to withstand semi-mechanicalization, the phenomenon of intellectual polarization often appears in each batch of experimental subjects. Subjects that are generally able to withstand mechanicalization generally retain human facial features. And with their newly modified bodies, they exhibit superhuman abilities superior to those of ordinary humans. On the other hand, subjects that have failed to successfully withstand mechanicalization exhibit severe intellect degradation, thus making them behave like wild beasts. At the same time, the bodies of these failed subjects would exhibit an obvious rejection of mechanicalization, resulting in them often giving the impression that they were falling apart. We refer to these subjects, the cyborgs, that have lost their intelligence as husks. It is worth noting, though, that however some experimental subjects seem to require an acclimation period. That is, their body exhibit repulsion similar to that of a husk when they first undergo mechanicalization. But as long as they are fed regularly and given ample time, eventually their bodies will be able to successfully accept the modifications they are given. Thus, after each batch of experimental subjects have been modified, we tend to leave them in a secret chamber for a period of observation. If, after that time, the subject still does not demonstrate signs of successful mechanicalization, we would then dismember it and dump its body parts in the wastewater pool outside the G4 district. The above was recorded in an experimental journal I found here at this corporation. In other words, there are two kinds of cyborgs. The first kind looks like a monster because its body could not withstand mechanicalization, and the other is able to retain its intelligence and look exactly like a normal person because it's been successfully transformed? Yes, but not only that. Pay attention to this next part. Since often only a small number of subjects possess the ability to withstand mechanicalization, we often have to dismember and discard most of the cyborgs in the chamber. And this is definitely very costly and burdensome for us. Therefore, thanks to the tireless efforts of several researchers, we have successfully developed a method to create new types of cyborg through genetic cloning technology. As a result, we no longer need to search for the minority that can withstand mechanicalization in a batch after a batch of experimental subjects. All we need to do is extract the genes of the subjects that have already been successfully modified, and then we can produce them again. Nonetheless, since these new cyborgs do not possess any memory, we still need to install a memory core inside them, giving them memories that do not exist, thus giving them a unique personality. These memories can be extracted from any existing employee to achieve the desired personality. Oh! In other words, there are cyborgs that are not directly modified from human beings, but are created genetically through cloning technology. But it's hard to tell them apart just by looking at them. You mean, it's possible there are cyborgs lurking around that look just like us ordinary humans? Yes, in a manner of speaking. Oh, that's freaky. Okay, what can I touch? A blackboard. There's a lot of diagrams and text marked on it. Detective, do you see this string of numbers in the upper right corner? 1 equals 001, 2 equals 010, 7 equals 111. Is this decimal? It's a binary conversation? Correct. The binary numerical system is widely used in computing technology to represent numbers with just two symbols, 0 and 1. For example, in binary, 110 means 0 plus 1 star 2 plus 1 2 2, which is 6 in decimal. And 111 means 1 plus 1 2 plus 1 2 2 equals 7 in decimal. I see. In other words, we need to find the corresponding experimental subject number in binary. Okay. So the number 1 has been marked here, but these ones have been scratched out. And also looks like that we are missing a subject in the third pod. Fantastic. Because there's no one there. Oh, this must be where you need to enter it. Cyborg. Thank goodness it's dead. A glass chamber. In it stands a cyborg that looks just like a human being. This gives me the creeps. A glass chamber. There's nothing in it. Oh, is that why these numbers are scratched out? I have to figure out which one's which. Can I just take a guess? Oh, system error. The containment unit for subject 5 is empty. I was just guessing that number. I didn't even know that was an option. Okay, so that means that 101 belongs to this one. So what's another combination that we can put in here? Just 100? Okay, valid. What can you do with ones and zeros? Okay, we know 001 equals this cyborg back here. 100 doesn't work. The other numbers that were written on that board doesn't work either. And 101 means number 5. So what's another combination that we can do to get the middle one? What about 011? Oh, it worked! Command received, draining the containment unit for subject number 3. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, please don't. Please be friendly. Oh, it's a female. I think. Ooh. Please be nice, please be nice, please be nice. The already stifling atmosphere intensified as we caught the first glimpse of what was inside the glass chamber. Zamona was horrified at first, but her expression quickly changed to worry. But it was as we had mutually agreed not to say anything to each other beforehand. We just stood in silence. I could sense Salmona staring straight at me, but at that moment, I was completely focused on the cyborg in front of me. Let's do this then. Oh, okay. Oh, are we cutting her open? I took the scalpel that Zalmona handed to me and started making deep cuts into the cyborg's body. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Again and again and again. I felt emotions I had never felt before welling up inside me. But all Zalmona did was just stare. She didn't utter a word. Before I realized that, the cyborg's chest was shredded to pieces, and revealed beneath her skin was a peculiar spherical device. I grabbed the sphere with my bare hand and pulled it out. Is this a memory core? This is what she wanted, right? This cyborg's memory core? Yes. You lost your core inside another cyborg? I handed it to Zalmona with my blood-soaked hand. Let's get the heck out of here. I can't stand it in here anymore. So, we gonna talk about that? Detective, are you alright? I just cut open a cyborg and ripped out its chest piece. I don't think so. Detective? Stop calling me detective. You don't even know who I am. You saw it too. That cyborg we just saw? She looked exactly like me. Oh, that's what we look like? I don't even know who you are, Zalmona. I don't even remember anything at all. I thought coming here would find me the answers I wanted. Now I just feel completely lost. I could be someone who doesn't even exist. Just one of the million different other identical cyborgs. Draco was right all along. I shouldn't even be here to begin with. Even with my sudden breakdown, Zalmona didn't show 1 ounce of anger with me. After a moment of silence, she started to speak. You feel that the truth you seek is meaningless. You feel the truth that you seek is meaningless now, don't you? You feel that the truth you seek is meaningless now, don't you? You've lost all hope, because you are worried that you are merely a replica. But you shouldn't let your past define you. You're right. There's no way to be certain if you are or aren't the detective I met. But whoever each of us is up to us. The moment you open your eyes, you are who you are, and not anyone else. So what if there's someone else, somewhere in the world, who looks exactly like you? It's each of our own unique experiences that make up who we are, isn't it? At this moment, only you and I are standing here. This experience belongs to just us, and no one else. What motivates each of us to go on with our lives is the countless exciting possibilities that lie in store. And in the near future, you are bound to meet new people and make new friends. And maybe they will become your new family. People who are willing to sacrifice their lives for you. And maybe they will become your new family. People who are willing to sacrifice their lives for you. People who would sacrifice their lives for me? Zalmona's words were somehow very reassuring. It was very different from how I had imagined her to be. I never thought I would hear such words from you. Probably something I picked up during my previous profession. Huh? Don't worry too much about it. It's irrelevant now. Aw, well if you're gonna say that, now I want to know about it. Anyway, thanks a lot for your help. You have no idea how important this device is to me. Zalmona, why do you need this cyborg's memory core? It's a long story. You said you've lost all your memories. But seeing that you found your way into Myers, I think it's safe to assume you've heard the urban legends about the G4 district. G4 district's urban legend? Do you mean the infamous G4 Cyborg incident? Close, but I'm thinking particularly about the end of that legend. It should sound something like this. To this day, people still mysteriously vanish in the G4 district. Rumor says that the spirits of the victims from the experiment are still wandering the streets, taking the lives of those unfortunate enough to cross paths with them. Ah, I remember. Right, and you don't need to tell me that... Right, and you don't need me to tell you that ghosts don't exist. These recent disappearances in the G4 district are the deliberate work of a certain someone else as well. Are you suggesting that Myers Corporation is behind these recent disappearances as well? The Myers Corporation that is continuing operations covertly? Yeah, something like that. But here's the thing. A lot of details about this case are different from the original G4 Cyborg incident. In the G4 Cyborg incident, Myers Corporation turned their own employees into cyborgs and kidnapped ordinary citizens to use as cattle feed. But most of the people who go missing nowadays aren't ordinary citizens. It's people who either had a history with Myers or were former employees of Myers. Did Myers Corporation turn them into cyborgs as well? Or were they just used as cattle feed? If they were all at once somehow once associated with Myers, it makes sense that Myers would simply want them gone. Precisely. But many people believe that this series of disappearances is the work of just one person. A dangerous criminal who's extremely careful, so much so that they've never left behind a single fingerprint or clue as to what really happened to the victims. And this person is known as the most wanted criminal in the G4 district. As for how they are connected to Myers, no one is really sure, but there's one person who has seen them that is still alive. Only one person? Who's that? That person is me. Zamona? Yes, the most wanted criminal in the G4 district messed up once, and I was there when it happened. It was a dark and windy night. I had just gone back to my apartment building and was about to go inside my apartment to relax. Oh, flickering lights, that's never a good sign. But as I was walking past an apartment on the same floor, the power went out. The hallway was enveloped in complete darkness. I couldn't see anything around me. Oh! That is a horrific sound. Just then, I heard blood-curdling screams accompanied with what sounded like flesh being torn off the bone from the apartment next to me. A person rushed out of the apartment and brushed past me. They were in such a panic that I wasn't even sure if they noticed my presence. Oh, that's a lot of blood. Shortly afterwards, the power came back on, but that person was long gone. In the hallway that had been spotless beforehand was completely different after the power was restored. The walls and floor were painted red with blood, and the apartment's door, which had previously been closed, was half ajar. Holy crud, this is serious! Without thinking much, I pushed open the door of the apartment to check in on my neighbor. And what I saw before me was the most horrible thing I'd ever seen in my life. Oh! A man on the floor, his body shredded to bits. The room was strewn with pieces of his body and entrails. That wasn't even the worst part. The scariest thing was, even though his head was completely detached from his body, his mouth was still opening and closing as if he were trying to desperately catch his breath. Hey! Hang in there! I'll call an ambulance right away. Dude, his body's torn to bits. What do you think they're gonna do? I impulsively rushed to help him, even though I knew very well that it was much too late. Just then, some of the neighbors had heard the scream and rushed over, but my attempts to help the victim were misunderstood. Oh, framing. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Murderer! She's a murderer! Grab her! Don't let her get away! Wait! I can explain! Wrong place, wrong time. But it was too late for me to say anything. And then? What happened after that? After that, as embarrassing as it sounds, I became G4's most wanted criminal. Although I've managed to escape from the G4 police. It's getting so much harder finding a new apartment these days. Oh yeah, because maybe the fact that you may or may not have been framed as a decapitating serial killer might have something to do with that. Please believe me. I really wasn't the one who killed him. I wouldn't even hurt a fly. I believe you, Salmona. But then, you didn't actually get a good look at him either. You're right. The corridor was complete dark when I met him. I didn't get to see what he looked like either. If that's the case, how can you be so sure that the killer is the same person who's responsible for the recent series of disappearances in G4? Honestly, I can't. But I later learned that the victim, my neighbor, was Dr. Richard Emondon, a former employee of Myers. And, as always, the police found no fingerprints from any suspects at the scene. Of course, except for mine. That's too much of a coincidence, don't you think? So my guess is, the killer was originally going to kidnap Mr. Edmond and murder him somewhere else. But for some reason, he screwed up that time. So he killed Mr. Edmond in a hurry and ran away. And what's even more interesting is, the way Dr. Edmond was murdered was very similar to how the core members were killed in the G4 Cyborg incident. They were all ripped to pieces. So it's quite possible that this is the same person who got away with killing the core members. Then the reason you are looking for the Cyborg's memory core is... Yes, as I was saying, many of the victims of the recent unexplained disappearances have some connection to Myers. It's not hard to conclude that the murderer also has a very close relationship with Myers. And each of the cyborgs that Myers produces through cloning will have a memory core. Each device stores certain memories, giving the cyborgs the personalities they would lack otherwise. Most of these memories are extracted from Myers' employees. I understand now. You want to find the real murderer by reading the memories of each memory core, thus proving your innocence. Well, that's genius! Exactly. Not just for my own sake, but also for the safety of the G4 district. I will keep searching until I find out the truth, even if it's Myers Corporation who's behind all this. Alright, that's all I have to say. Anyways, thanks for helping me out. Well, that's a change in personality right then. Go ahead and take this keycard. I took the keycard to the legal department that Zalmona handed to me. But, are you still going to continue your investigation? You know, if you want to get out of here with me right now, that wouldn't be impossible. Huh? But isn't the gate to the lobby close? I know, but the truth is, I accidentally forgot about this. Zalmona took a watch out of her pocket. A watch? Oh, darling, this watch is more than meets the eyes. It was originally a gift from an old friend of mine, but I have made a few modifications to it. Just by wearing it, I can teleport myself anywhere. Whoa, that's OP! How did you forget something this important? But the downside is, it can teleport me anywhere. What do you mean? Oh, you can't control where it teleports you, can you? As in? I can't decide where it will be teleported to. Hehe. Oh my god, I love her personality so much. I was once teleported inside a men's bathroom. Incredibly embarrassing situation. But hey, there's risk with anything, wouldn't you agree? So, are you gonna come with me? Let's get the heck out of here. I'm sorry, Zalmona. I can't leave just yet. There's this person that, even though I can't remember how we're connected or why, he was willing to risk his life for me. And that person is currently trapped in Myers' lobby. I'm worried about him. I see. Do you want me to come with you? Oh, that's so nice! No, Zalmona. That would be too dangerous. This is all my fault. I should have never come back here. I can't get another one of my friends involved. I don't want to see them get hurt. I understand. If that's the case, promise me that you will take care of yourself. I hope we can meet again someday. Maybe then, you will be able to tell me your real name. I'll see you later, miss. When you get your memories back, be sure to tell me all the stories about your past, alright? Of course. Goodbye, Zalmona. Aww, I actually wanted her to come with us. She's gone. I wonder where she'll be teleported to this time. Well then, it is time for me to push forward as well. Next stop, the legal department. Let's go! It's totally not a terrible idea. Investigation complete. Successfully located the Cyborg's memory core. Here we are, the legal department. It's hard to believe that Vincent used to work here. Huh? Wait a second. In the distance, is that an elevator? Simona had told me the only way to get back to the Mars lobby is to now take the elevator to the basement and then return there from the other side. So it seems that this is what she was talking about. However, I've come a long way. Shouldn't I investigate this place first? But what's the point? I've now long lost the confidence I had when I was confronting Draco in the Myers lobby. I'm not sure if I want to know the truth anymore. You have to realize, losing your memories could also be a blessing. Countless people are imprisoned by their own memories. They try their best to let go, yet cling to them at the same time. But you, on the other hand, are given a second chance. Isn't that wonderful? I'll be honest, even I am getting a bit jealous. How did you end up here, you? I regret to inform you I don't know either. The truth is, my butler was the one who heard peculiar knocking sounds on the door last night. When he went to open it, he saw you face down on the stairs, unconscious. Your seemingly commendable courage is nothing more than ignorant wrapped in a pretty package. You have absolutely no clue what you're about to face. Do you really believe that you can face up to all the dangers that are coming your way? Do you really believe that you can accept the truth that will be revealed? Vincent, Victor, and Draco. How many lies are there all around me? Why is it like that? Why is everyone lying to me? Ever since I woke up in the mansion, I've been deceived again and again. Why? Why are all of you lying to me? What am I doing? I don't have time to think about that right now. Since I'm already here, I might as well take a look around first. I started to briefly read through some of the documents that I found. These documents from the legal department, I really don't understand them at all. Huh? Hold on a second. The nameplate on this table. Vincent Edgeworth, Chief Legal Officer. So, then, this used to be Vincent's office table? Well, isn't that convenient? On the table was a note and a glove. The note looked brand new, and therefore seemed out of place compared to the rest of the files here. Someone could have just recently left it here. Was Almona the one who put it here? I picked up the note from the desk. Dear my lovely you. Oh, this is from me? How are you doing? Haha, I'm just joking. Of course I know you're not doing well, because you've lost all your memories. So, do you want to get all your memories back? I know you do. In that case, I have left you a small gift. I'm sure it will help a lot in getting back what you want. An old friend who wishes to remain anonymous. Okay. A gift from me? Must be referring to the glove next to it. What's a glove gonna do? For some reason, I was blasted with a wave of anxiety. Objective, put on the glove. Do I have to? I mean, getting hit with a wave of anxiety for putting on a glove is never a good sign. Should I put on the glove? Yes? Please don't regret this. The glove fits my hand perfectly. Oh dear. Huh? Oh! Do you remember who you are? All hail Myers. Do you still remember your purpose? All hail Myers, all hail Myers. We all miss you so much. Okay, I now regret putting on this glove. Hurry up and come back home. I don't want to go home. Oh. Oh, hey. Hello. Welcome to Myers Corporation. How does it feel to be alive? Pretty good, huh? I know you're still a little confused right now, but that's okay. I assure you that you will soon get used to it. Oh? You're asking what your mission is? My dear, patience. We'll get to that. Okay, sharp tooth smile. Don't like that. Where should I start? Oh. You know, I have this old friend who's a little mad at me. A little mad that he wants to murder me and destroy my company. I assume you're talking about Vincent. So he has made a weapon. A very deadly weapon. We don't know what that weapon is. But a little birdie told me it had something to do with other people's memories. Ah, pretty frightening, right? So here's what I need you to do. Well, that's a bad time to get a phone call. Oh, my apologies. I hope this is about my delivery. Dude, you sent me this menacing message and you want to get your mail? Hello? Oh, already? That's awesome. But unfortunately, I'm not at home right now, my friend. Yes, just leave the package at the door. Yes, the entire uniform. Alright, that's great. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Where was I again? That's right. I need you to locate his weapon. And then destroy it. And while you're at it, try to figure out what kind of experiment this guy is up to. And your code name will be... Whoa! Huh? A sudden, tremendous shudder from the legal department snapped me back to reality. What just happened? Whoa! Suddenly, a man flew through the wall connecting the laboratory to the legal department, as if he was thrown by something with full force. He was slammed into the wall at the other side of the department and then fell to the floor. Is that... Draco? But because of the massive impact, Draco had lost his consciousness. Oh dear. What followed was an inhuman roar from the lab. I could hear the monster's approaching steps. Draco! Draco! I shook Draco violently, but he didn't respond. Draco, wake up! Damn it. What should I do? Basement! Quick! I dashed to the elevator and punched the button. Hurry! Please be quick! Go, 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 go! I hurried and dragged Draco into the elevator, and then pressed the button to close the door. I could still feel my heart pounding. That monster didn't seem to be pursuing us. I think we're safe for now. What exactly was that thing? You. Oh, you're awake now. Draco? Oh, he's bleeding. I'm sorry, you. I couldn't stop him. Slowly, Draco stood up. He sounded very weak. Draco, are you okay? No need to worry about me. It's just a few scratches. Stop acting like a hero at a time like this! Well, that sure snapped him awake. Draco froze in the face of my emotional outburst. In that moment, we were both just looking at each other and struck in silence. Draco, are you serious? Stop it with the act. You've been saying strange, incomprehensible crud ever since we met in the lobby. You're badly hurt, yet you're making light of it. You're really starting to make me mad. I don't give a crud about how cool you are. And at this point, I really don't care how many lies you've told me. But I do know that what I'm worried about right now is you. Yeah, you better look sorry, man. You reminded me of that time. Draco's face broke and began to show a deep sorrow, a sadness I would have never expected to see from him. That time? I'm sorry. If only I told you the truth earlier. Maybe things wouldn't be the way they are. Draco, there are times when I ask myself, can we go back in time? But for you, our past is long gone. We can go back. We will. That's what we're here for, isn't it? The search for our past. The past we shared. Even if I completely forgot about you, I'd like to get to know you again. So when we escape from here, please tell me everything about our past. As you wish, Lady Yu. Okay, I already love their dynamic. But there is a more urgent issue at hand. Where is he right now? What happened there? What the heck was that thing? He's not a thing. He's someone you already know. The truth is... Ah, darn it! Oh! Venora! Who's Venora? Oh no, the elevator broke. Oh, you. My precious chaser, tell me, is there someone you love? A loved one? My dear Monsieur M, why would you ask such a thing? Let's assume one day a disaster were to happen to your loved one. Say they lose their body, but their memories are still intact. Would you still love them like that? Of course I would. No matter what body they change into, they're still them. What a heartwarming answer. Well, let's change the scenario, shall we? Let's say, what if the person you love is physically intact, but has lost all their memories? Would you still love such a person? Of course I would. Even if they lose all their memories, I would still love them. Even if they completely forgot about your existence? Even if all the memories you two shared are gone? This would make me miserable. But I would still love them. What an amusing answer. Humans have always been able to entertain me. Well then, since you don't mind them losing their body, and you don't mind them losing their memory, what exactly do you love about them? What you love is merely a self-fulfilling illusion. What you love is a person from your past that no longer exists. The brutal truth is, the moment one loses their memories, they will no longer be themselves, and they will never be able to go back. Investigation complete. Successfully retrieved the glove. Police sirens? Oh dear. Are you the new detective? Good to see you here. Just call me Venora. Oh, is that my name? Where's the crime scene? I heard the victim was a former employee of Myers? Yes, room 309. Come with me. Move along, people. Yes, 309. Come with me. Move along, people. Nothing to see here. And stop interfering with the work of police officers. Right. Here we are. Oh. I'll leave the rest to you, Venora. Objective: survey the crime scene. Were we connected to, Zamorna's, incident as well? The body has already been cleared? The G4 Investigation Bureau sure is efficient. That's correct. As the victim had been dismembered, we were unable to outline the exact location of the body on the floor. However, the autopsy report from the Investigation Bureau has been released. The cause of death was due to the rapid dismemberment of the body in a short period of time. So you're saying the murderer dismembered the victim while he was still alive? Yes. It was a very gruesome death. Oof, you're telling me. But according to the autopsy report, the victim's head did show signs of being struck by an object, but it was not fatal. In addition, the body displayed signs of the struggle before death, so it's unlikely he was unconscious before the ordeal. Besides that, there's something else that's strange. Some of the dismembered body parts of the deceased have disappeared. Disappeared? Yes, we couldn't fully reconstruct the victim's body with the pieces left in the room. We searched the entire apartment building, but we couldn't find any of the missing body parts. We did take into consideration that the perpetrator could be non-human, but the report has made it clear that the dismemberment is not a result of a beast attack. Collected evidence. Disappearing body parts. Yeah, that's never a good sign. Oh! It's this trophy again. A trophy. It's stained with blood. It looks like it was used as a weapon of some kind. Did we find fingerprints from any of the suspects on the trophy? No. We only managed to collect Dr. Enmon's. But it was worth mentioning. The wound on the victim's head matches the shape of the trophy's pointed corner. Collected evidence. Blood-stained trophy. So they whacked this guy on the head with the trophy? A blood-stained chair. Nothing special about it. Okay. A blood-stained cabinet. Nothing special about it. Some paintings hanging on the wall. The closer you look, the more obvious it is that they're just printouts. I opened the curtain. It's the only window in this apartment. The lock appears not to be tampered with, so it's unlikely that the murderer entered the room through here. Was the curtain here closed before? Yes, of course. We haven't moved a thing. Collected evidence. Closed curtains. Okay, does that mean this person invited the killer in? The door into the apartment. The residents of the apartment building claim that the murderer eluded them and escaped through here. The suspect's name is Zalmona, a resident on this floor. Something worth mentioning is she is a mutant. Oh, is that why she looks different? A mutant? Is she from G3? We're unsure at the moment. Countless tourists visit the G3 district every year to receive modifications. We can't draw any conclusions yet. We thoroughly searched her apartment, but strangely enough, we couldn't find any form of identification. For now, it seems that the murderer has escaped. What about the bloodstains in the hallway outside the apartment? Before we arrived, Dr. Edmund's screams attracted a lot of curious residents. These guys trampled over the entire apartment building, and now there's blood everywhere outside the apartment. Even if there were any useful clues in the hallway, they've probably been trampled them into oblivion by now. Oh, thanks a lot, guys! Collected evidence. The suspect. The framed suspect. Is there anything I can assist with, Detective Varna? Ask about known facts of the case. According to our conversation with the residents of this building, there was a short power outage in the building around the time when the crime was occurring. However, After our investigation, it seems the building's blackout was not the murderer's work. It was a mere coincidence. So the victim was killed at the exact time of the power outage? Correct. Collected evidence. A brief blackout of the building. I mean, for that to be a coincidence is pretty lucky. The name of the victim is Dr. Richard Enmont, a former researcher at Myers Corporation. According to our investigation, although the victim holds a PhD, his position at Myers is rather unremarkable. We don't know much about his current occupation, but judging by the apartment, it's not hard to deduce that the pay wasn't getting any better. A resident on the same floor claimed to have seen him late last night in the hallway outside his apartment. Allegedly, Dr. Enmont was on the phone at the time and seemed to be talking about some sort of deal. A deal? Collected evidence. Dr. Enmont's deal. Investigation completed. I believe I've gathered enough information to postulate what may have happened. It's clear that this murder was premeditated, and the perpetrator was planning to kill Dr. Enmont from the very beginning. And since the window lacked any signs of fourth entry, it's most probable that the culprit entered the apartment directly through the door. That means the murder was invited into the apartment by Dr. Enmont himself. In other words, a murderer is most likely whoever Dr. Enmont was making his deal with. Nonetheless, in the midst of this, a small mishap occurred. The killer intended to kill Dr. Enmont directly by hitting him on the head with a trophy. But the sudden power failure in the apartment made him miss and he failed to kill Dr. Enmont with a single blow. Which is understandable. No one could anticipate a freak blackout. However, if the killer is the same person that is behind the other recent G4 disappearances, then their negligence cannot be contributed just to that. The other victims who went missing disappeared without a trace, as if they had vanished into thin air. But this time, the murderer messed up the whole apartment and attracted the attention of other residents. If that's really the same perpetrator, then there has to be something else that also contributed to such a major mistake. In fact, the murderer could very well be No, I don't think reluctant. They wanted to kill him. So, fear of the dark? I mean, the blackout was sudden, right? They may not have anticipated that. Yes. The murderer might have an extreme fear of the dark. The curtains in the apartment were drawn close at the time, and it would have taken a while for human eyes to adjust to the sudden darkness. So at the moment of the blackout, Dr. Enmont's apartment was most likely pitch black. Our cold-blooded assassin, who usually manages to keep so calm and careful, completely lost control in this apartment. It is quite possible that the killer has an extreme fear of sudden darkness due to some form of previous trauma. Sudden darkness. I see. I think I understand now. In addition, the manner of Dr. Enmont's death is a major mystery. The killer dismembered him alive after failing to kill him with a single blow. The way they dismembered him reminds me of how all the core members of the Myers Corporation were killed. As far as I know, all the core members of Myers were also killed in a similarly brutal way. Add that to the recent disappearances in the G4 district, leaving many citizens paranoid. I guess many people would think the killer is the same person who killed all the core members. However, I believe that the real reason why the killer tore Dr. Enmont into pieces was to give a painful death, mimic the murderers, threaten the Myers Corporation, or to collect his body parts. They did mention early on that he was missing some body parts, so yes. Some of Dr. Enmont's body parts have gone missing. I don't remember that happening to any of the core members. The real reason why the killer dismembered Dr. Enmont in a panic was to attain his body parts. In the G4 Cyborg incident, Myers Corporation was found to be using human flesh of ordinary G4 citizens as feed for the cyborgs. Since Dr. Enmont's body did not have any signs of a beast attack, the killer was most likely trying to obtain Dr. Enmont's body parts to use as a feed for cyborgs at a later time. But if they were working for Myers, wouldn't it be more likely they would want to make a cyborg out of Dr. Enmont? Why would they choose to turn him into cyborg feed instead? Detective Venora? Yes? Have you reached any conclusion as to who the killer is? Put out a warrant for the arrest of Zalmona. She's undoubtedly the perpetrator we've been trying to search for all along. No, she's innocent! As you wish, Detective Venora. Oh, poor Zalmona. The warrant has been issued. But Detective Venora, would you mind coming outside with me for a moment? There's some more important matters I'd like to discuss with you. I followed him to the street outside the apartment. It was getting quite late, and the temperature had dropped quite dramatically. But he was just walking in front of me silently, as if the cold weather did not bother him. After a while, he finally stopped in an alley where no one was nearby. What was it that you wanted to discuss? I decided to speak first. Well then, let's hear it. Who's the actual killer? Excuse me? You're called the inspector, yet you don't even realize who I am this whole time? The man in front of me slowly took off his police hat, and what followed was a sight that I couldn't have expected. Ooh! He suddenly grabbed a corner of his cheek and tore the skin off his head. What was revealed beneath was his blue skin and white hair. It's you. But him revealing his true form only made me more vigilant. Inspector, it appears the fact that you still see me as a threat. Believe it or not, I don't have time to play Mr. Triple Agent for that stupid organization from G3. What are you doing here? What else can I be doing here? Our boss gave me clear instructions to make sure you succeeded in your mission. Well, so I work with this guy. But it seems that you have everything under control. However, you know very well who the actual killer is, don't you? Just what the heck happened back there? I thought he was good at this. How could he screw things up this badly? Oh, so all three of us are in cahoots. Why don't you just go ask him yourself? You're as tough as ever. See yourself then. I don't really give a damn about that guy's past. But do we really have to pit him on that woman from the same floor? Each sacrifice for the future of the company. Each one is necessary. Tch. Our boss is really getting to you, isn't he? Company this, company that. That's all he ever talks about. All of us are merely little pawns in his hands. What did you say? No offense, but this is nothing but a job to me. I'm not trying to debate the ethics of what we do, nor am I interested in his great vision. And why don't you use your brain for once, and think about what you truly want instead of being a slave to his company all day? What I truly want? You know, finding the love of your life, forming a family, that sort of thing. Don't end up like me, an old guy who still doesn't have a single clue what he should be doing in his life. Old guy, you look pretty young to me. It's been an exhausting day. I'll see you later. He was about to turn to leave, but he suddenly stopped again. He once again turned his head at me. Huh? Venora? Did you come up with that name yourself? Yes. The ever so gloomy look of his face unusually perked up out of nowhere. I didn't think you'd be so good at naming yourself. That's a really nice name. Why don't you keep it for yourself? With that, he put on his police hat again. See you later, Venora. Make sure you report to that guy on time. He's kind of an ass about that. Oh, he's really nice. With that, he disappeared across the street and once again became part of the crowd. Finding the love of my life, and starting my own family. Is that still possible for someone like me? What am I thinking? No matter what, my mission here is accomplished. As long as the G4 Investigation Bureau can't figure out who the true killer is, everything will still be under our control. It's time for me to move on to my next destination and complete my next mission. G4 Suburbs, the mansion of Maya's former employee and traitor, Vincent Edgeworth. Oh, so we were heading there? So that's how we ended up on the stairs. Vincent Edgeworth. That name. I remember now. That man is far more frightening than Myers. I've been set up. I have to get out of here. Is that my name I'm hearing? You? Ugh. Or should I call you Venora? That's me? So I am Venora. And Vincent's the bad guy? Chapter 3. The end. Dude, you can't just leave me on a bombshell like that. Well guys, that's it for chapter 3. I hope you enjoyed this video. And talk about a major lore drop. I mean, all that information in one chapter, my head is spinning. I don't know about you. Well guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you'd like to see more videos like this by me. And make sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell while you're down there. See you guys on the next one. Bye!
Press start.